Switch 1 is connected to R2. Then you will connect R2 with switch 2, and switch 2 will be connected to R4, and then like this. And R1 and R4 will be connected to each other. Okay. Yeah. So if you would go through this, the R2 is connected with switch 2, that is via Ethernet is 0 by 0, and R1 is connected to switch 1, that is Ethernet 0 by 0. Sorry, Ethernet 0 by 0. And switch 1 is connected to R1 with Ethernet 1/0, and with R2 with Ethernet 2/0. And switch 2 is connected to R2 with Ethernet 2/0. And with switch 4, it is Ethernet, if you would see here, it is Ethernet 3/0. 3/0, and it is connected to Ethernet, I think 0/3. Okay, here it is connected with, sorry, it is connected with Ethernet 0 by 1. And R4 and R1 are connected serial interface 1/3, and serial interface 1/3. So if you will see, this equivalent diagram is like this: R1 connected to R4 connected to R2 with the switch in between them.
What do those switches are doing?
These switches are just to show that you are comfortable with the switching. Like this, they will be connected.
But are we providing any IP for those switches?
No. We will not be providing any IP. Just like this.
I did one day, like I kept two switches. I know that it is from that CCNP lab node. But what happened, from one switch I was getting error, and for the R2, the right hand side I was not able to put the IP address even. Like I think the VLAN is given for the switch 1 and 2, 1213, and another side 1213. So I given VLAN both sides. But,
Okay.
what happened? The R2 right hand side, the interface, while I was about to provide the IP address, it was coming with the error message that it's not enabled. Something like error message was coming in the configuration mode itself. So
Okay.
after that, just leave the lab. I was totally frustrated. Everything was configured, only the IP.
Okay. So just
You can hear me now, right?
exactly, I can hear you now.
Before,
Yeah. And let's move on to the R1. No. So what we will do is, okay, show that there is an IP configuration. I think no. So let's move on to the interface Ethernet 0/0. No shut. Let's give him the IP address. It is connected to 1 to 2, 1 to 1/1. Okay, because the connection is between 1 and 2.
can you give the IP 30?
30.
Plus 30 if you provide, yeah, because one side only we configuring two routers, so instead of using 24.
Yeah, we can do that. That is it.
No IP. Oh, why? Okay, interface.
Yeah. Okay. So if you would see, okay, only one port is up, and this port, all the ports are shut by default. So let's move on to the switch one. If you would see, switch one has Ethernet 1/0 connected to the R1 and Ethernet 2/0 connected to the R2. So I will open them both.
This message is why coming? That upper.
I don't know.
Upper.
This is just I think so, some image message that keep on coming and coming. That is
is this IPSLA?
No. This is not IPSLA. It is something
I was
else.
thinking that echo message or.
No, not the echo message. 1/0. So switch. Okay. VLAN 10 was already there. Okay. And interface Ethernet 2/0 switch port. Access. VLAN 10. Okay. If we will see, do show VLAN brief. So these two ports have been assigned to the VLAN 10. Okay, so now let's move on to the art, and if we would see, do show CDP neighbor. It is showing that it is connected to the three switches. It is connected to this switch via 12/0. I will shut them out. Shut them off. These three. Interface range Ethernet at 10/0, Ethernet 11/0, Ethernet 12/0. I will shut them off. Okay. Now the switch 1 and switch 2 are not connected. So let's move into the R2. Okay. So and let's taking some time. Okay, we are into that on the R2. Okay, so there is no IP connected, no IP interface, and let's check out the any P configuration. Do show run. No, any P configuration is not present, so we will go with the interface 0/0. First, let's go with the interface 0/1 that is connected to the switch 1. So that will be having the same IP address, same IP range, IP address that I have given here. Okay, are you understanding it? So IP address will be 12/1.2. Okay, then I will no shut it. Then let's go to the Ethernet 0/0, and as it will connect Ethernet 0/0 of the R2 will connect with us with the R4 like this. So I will give it IP address of 2.2 connected to 4, again 2/1. Okay, 255.255.252. Sure. We check do show IP interface brief. So that is the IP address that I have given. 24. We should assign it 2.4.2. That is its router name. Okay. Let's go with one because we are using 252. I will not be provide the router names to the R4. Are you getting it, Swaroop? Are you able to hear my voice? Okay. So I have given the IP address of do show IP interface 2.4.1. Let's move on to the switch 2. let's move on to the switch 2. Enable switch 2 has two interface, that is the interface Ethernet 1/0 that is connecting to the R1. So I will, it is already being no shut, so I will put it into the switch port access VLAN 20, let's say. Okay, so I was actually on the previous switch, I was searching for this statement, but this statement was not coming because we haven't created the VLAN, so it is creating VLAN now at that time. Ethernet 2/0, similarly switch port access VLAN 20. So we are done with switch 2. Let's move on to the R4. Okay, so R4 interface that is connected to the switch 1, switch 2, it is Ethernet 0/1. Okay, and also one thing that I have forgot is that, and the switch 2 also put the interface that is the R4 into the same VLAN. That is this interface Ethernet 3/0 into the switch 2. So that is 3/0, right? If you would see, here is a 3/0. We'll put into the same VLAN so that they can communicate freely. Now let's move on to the switch 4. Router 4. Enable font T. I think the screen is recording, right? Yeah. And interface Ethernet 0/1. Ethernet 0/1. Give it an IP address of 2.4.2.2, right? Because we have given it 1. Let's try to ping it 2.4.2.1. Okay, so we are connected with the switch. So with it, and from switch 2, from R2, let's try to ping the both of them so that we should know the connectivity is good. 1.2.1.1. Fine. And let's move on to the 2.4.2. Okay, so connections are made good. And if I would tell you what I have done in this figure, that now I have connected like this. The router 1 is connected to router 2 and router 2 is connected to R4. So I have made this logical topology R1, R2 and R4. So by which interface it is connected to? So its interface is Ethernet 0/0. Okay, its interface is Ethernet 0/1. This interface is Ethernet 0/0, and this interface is Ethernet 0/3. Right? If you would see, that is how I have connected. R1 0/0, it's connected to 0/1. Okay, 0/1, and R2 0/0 is connected to Ethernet 0/1 of it. Ethernet, that is a 0, sorry, that is a 0/1. Okay, that is the way I have done a connection in series. Now what we will do, we will do the summarization of some, we will take the routes into the, make some loopbacks on R1 and see what the summarization. First we will do the summarization here, so we will get only some routes and they will got suppressed, these routes on R2 and R3. Okay, then also one time we will do the summarization here, because the EIGRP really gives you freedom. You want to do summarize any way you can do. Okay,
EIGRP summarization on any router we can do.
yeah, For example, first I will do here, then I will off it, then I will off it here, then I will do here, because all of these routes will come in. So let's
based on there will be surely a condition, right? That this is the feasible path. That is the reason I'm doing summarization there.
Not the physical. Actually, for summarization, we do for two things mainly. We do the summarization. One is to shorten the routing table of the routers. Another one is that to suppress the scope of query domain.
No, that I understood. That, but I'm asking that I have a diagram, and in that diagram, in a structure, lot of routers are connected.
Yeah, then you have to think about all of it. You have to do with the design. Yeah,
where exactly. I can do.
Exactly. For example, let's make a loopback address of, let's say, 192.2.168.1.1. Okay, 255.255.255.0. Okay, and then make IP address of, that is a separate network. Okay, that is a loopback.
Is a separate network you're doing now?
Yeah, because that was 1.0, now it is 2.0. Okay. Let's move on to the loopback 3. Then it is the, what I would say, the 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Now loopback 4. 4. Now let's do one thing. The loopback 5. I have given it the address of, let's say, 8. Okay. To show IP route, if you would see here, you would got to know that these are the networks, different networks are coming to support, because router only learn about the network. Okay.
Yes.
And let's own the router EIGRP 100 on every router. Network first the connected 1.2.1.0. And the network, let's be on it with the one command 192.168.0.0. Okay, then 0.0.255.255. So I will on with a single command all the interface into the EIGRP. Okay, are you getting it, sir?
Okay. Okay.
If you would go, if you want to do show IP protocol. Okay, so this thing has come. Everything is working fine. Now let's open the on R2.
So we can do like that slash if we give.
Yeah. What slash?
Slash 16 you have given. So all the loopback came up.
Yeah. All the loopbacks are automatically being into this, because you know how it will only check the IP address of the interface. These only 2 octets will be checked match, because these 2 octets are same on every interface, so it will put them into the EIGRP protocol.
You use that time 255 only, right? Subnet mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
what about? Tell me.
Actually, this thing, the network command is not related to the subnet mask. It is related to the bits checking. How many octets? You know about it, right?
Okay. No, yeah, actually, I got forgotten. Like OSPF and EIGRP only bit checking. Yeah.
Even in the RIP, the network command checks bits, but in the RIP,
no, but you told that network only is taking class.
See, network command is separate thing. Okay.
You told first day that RIP version 1, 2, both the things are using respective to class only. If I'm providing class C, then it will be taking the 3 bits. If I give the class B, but I provide the subnet mask of 28, then it neither will be checking the 3 bits. It will be checking the 2 bits only. You told like that. I mean,
that is by default. Yeah, with the network command. But by default, if you don't give,
Okay, I said don't give the subnet mask. You want to say?
What is this? Yeah. So if you go with the net, what is this? What is this happening? Maybe I have increased. So let's see the network command, what it does do. When you give the network command, for example, you are just matching the, for example, I have given in this case 192.168.0.0, and it will come into this. I think we have to take 16 because if you go via
16 if you take, then only 240 is coming.
Yeah.
128 plus 64 is 220, 192, then 32 is 224, and 16 is 240.
Yeah, 16 is
Yeah,
240.
Hmm.
Yeah, because the summarization will start from 0.0. The main thing is that they should come in. That's I use it. It's come into the block size of 8, but it will come from 0 to 7. That will be 8. Okay.
Oh, like that. 0 it will start from.
Yeah, from 0 it
In
will
the
start.
bit value where we 0 is available.
Even
There is
even
no-
even even if you see in the bit value, there will be what for the 8 will be 0 0 0 and 1 2 1 to 4 and 8. Okay, this will go like this, and for 4 it will be like this. For 3 it will go via 2 and 1, and with the 2 it will be 1, and with the 1 it will be 1, and rest will be 0. So bit will start changing from here. Okay, that is from the 16.
Okay.
Okay, and now it will be 1 bit, that is the 192, that are the same. 128, 192, 32 and 16. So 4 bits.
Yeah,
Okay.
28 it will come. 28 definitely it will come.
Yeah, but it will be 240. So let's move.
That's what I am saying.
Yeah.
240 it will be.
Yeah. So let's do the IP
48.
summary address. Okay. We are doing the summary address. I will summarize on interface this. Ethernet 0 by 0. So summary address EIGRP 100. Okay. And what have we have done? 192.168.0.0, and the mask will be 255.255.240.0, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exit.
No. 255.240.
Yeah, 255.240.
No, the third octet would be 255 again.
Not because that is changing.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see what we have got. Do show IP route R2. So all have been covered. We have got the summary address of this. Okay.
Yeah.
IP route. And you know it is automatically suppressing all of the other. Expect the summary. All of the subnet in that summary. For example, if I made another loopback, what we would say interface loopback 1, loopback 6, interface loopback 6, and IP address of 192.168. Let's say I have done from 16. Let's take. If you would see on the R2, it will come separate, because we have selected the block size of 16 in the summary. From 0 to 15 it is doing, but 16 will come separate because it doesn't carry itself in the summary. Okay, it is out of the summary, block of the summary. Are you getting it, Swaroop?
Yeah, but I have confusion here. Why the 20 is coming now?
What? This one?
Yeah.
So 20 is coming because we have chosen